You ever play somebody who's never played UFC and they just keep spamming the button and they just keep hooking? Throw something else.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode here on Locked Door MMA. We're your hosts. I'm Brevin. This is my good friend JP. JP, how you feeling, man?
Uh, the Raiders won, so I feel pretty good.
He's feeling pretty good on Sunday's results. Not so great on Saturday's results. We'll talk about it on this episode. But before we do, just want to say thank you to all those who joined the community this past week. It's been great to see this channel grow, to have more of you commenting, letting us know what your thoughts are. It's been fun. That's what's going to make it really fun. Let's continue to grow this channel as big as we possibly can. Currently, we're at 81 subscribers. So by maybe next week let's try to hit 90. We'll continue to bring you guys content, even though we don't have a UFC card. So like we said, just thank you. We'll continue to build this thing as big as we can. Without further ado, let's dive into the sphere. We had some interesting fights, some not so interesting fights, and then some outcomes we didn't predict. We'll start with the main event. Merab Dvalishvili versus Sugar Sean O'Malley. JP, I'll hand it over to you first. Tell me what your thoughts are.
It's a good thing I've had a little time to digest it more. Because if you would have asked me Saturday night after it happened, I was not the happiest guy in the world. Um, I mean everybody knew what Marab's game plan was going to be, and it's going to come out and wrestle fuck you. Okay, nobody was surprised at that. Nobody was surprised at that. Some of those takedowns that he hit, I'm sorry, way too fucking easy, way too easy. Okay, there were a couple ones. Sean stuffed a little bit. He sprawled and stuffed a couple of them, but I mean, what was the stat? 52 takedowns in one fight before? Like, brother, yeah, he's just going to keep coming. Some of the takedowns, way too fucking easy. We started early with the body work. He was working the jab to the body, threw a couple teeps. Despite, in the fifth round, okay, he's been getting ragdolled for 4 rounds now. Some people say he won the third and the fifth. I don't know. Based off of how the fight went, no, not really. He threw 2 teeps back to back, hurt Merab to the body, and then we have no sense of urgency. Like, yeah, I get it, you're gas, which, I mean, maybe he just accepted it at that point, but you hurt him twice to the body, visibly. Dude sprints back to the cage holding his stomach. Bro, we got to throw something wild. We got to throw a flying knee. We got to explode. Sell out right there. If you miss and he takes you down, you've been getting ragdolled for 4 rounds already. Who cares? You're going to lose like that already. Didn't. Just let him kept running away. He just kept sitting there bouncing back and forth. I mean, looks like a little rat bouncing back and forth. Boy's looking for cheese. I'm over it. Whatever. Sean looked flat, bro. Sucks.
Very flat. The volume wasn't there for Sean, and we talked all week about him being a sniper, and he is. He's specialized in that craft. However, at some point, when you understand you're down in the fight, sniping should no longer be the game plan. You've got to put something together. You got to throw combos. You got to be the aggressor. I would have liked to have seen, like JP said, in the exchanges where Sean did throw the teep kick, landed, hurt Marab to the body. You got to blitz forward. We got to see something like you would see out of Duplessis, where you're just running and you're throwing and you're trying to catch him on the chin because you're down. Arguably, you're down 4 rounds to 0 to nothing. He got ragdolled the whole fight. It's frustrating. And to hear how Tim, what's his name? Welsh,
Yeah.
Tim Welsh
That
in the
whole
corner
shit.
was talking to Sean in between rounds, like, "Hey, champ, we're almost done. We're almost out." It's like you're accepting defeat. What, like, you got to fire up your fighter. I'm of the belief that the fight's never over. And it just seemed like Sean knew he was going to lose that fight, and it was disappointing to watch. And yeah, I don't know how he's going to bounce back from this as far as like getting back to that title just because of the lack of wrestling. And I talked about in the breakdown video, he does have a grappling background. He can do jujitsu. He's in plenty of jujitsu tournaments. That's there. we just never saw any of that. You know, there was no threats from the bottom even when he was down on the ground. So disappointing loss there. Cost us some cash money. That's for damn sure. We would have won a ton of money if Sean would have had pulled through and fought the way that he's normally fought in the past. Just wasn't the case. It makes you wonder, was the Aljamain Sterling fight a fluke? We don't know, and I hope it's not because that was epic. That was a very much so highlight reel high of Sean O'Malley's. That's always going to be part of his career. I don't want to sit here and think that it wasn't real or, he got lucky. And I know people say that about Sean a lot. I'm still a big Sean fan, don't get it twisted. But it's just disappointing to see Marab go out and actually do the things that Marab said he was going to do. You don't want to believe it, but it happened, and that's that.
The whole talking to Marab, Tim talking to Marab as soon as the fight starts and he's yelling at him. That was weird to see. And then what the hell are the little kisses on the back? Little smoochy smooch. And then he gets up to walk. Brother, you're still in a fist fight. Where are you going? I wanted Sean to just clock him right there. Right hand on the chin, drops Marab. That's the fight. What the hell are you doing? I don't know. Weirdo. Hated all
He
that.
almost he almost did drop him. I liked that out of Rob. Honestly, he was doing the same thing with Henry Cejudo. He's sticking his tongue out as he's
So
got him in the
weird.
guillotine. I like that. I mean, it's a very dominant thing. It's like this guy, he doesn't scare me. I'm just gonna fuck around. It's kind of like Kevin Holland vibes a little bit, except Rob's wrestling kind of goes to back it up a little bit more than Kevin Holland's. So yeah, it was weird, but man, hats off to him.
Yeah. He's a champ now. Anyways.
Just avoid some frozen water and you'll be all
Yeah,
right.
fucking Ice Block can beat him. Sean can't. Jesus Christ. Anyways. The co-main was not any more entertaining. Shevchenko and New over Grasso. What'd you think?
I mean, obviously, you guys know JP and I were split on these picks with Valentina and Alexa. I was happy to see Shevchenko actually go out and do what I thought she should have done in the previous two fights. You saw it a little bit more in the second fight. The takedown was there, the wrestling was there, and that's exactly what she did. She just controlled Grasso for 5 rounds. And yeah, it wasn't pretty to the eyes of us as the beholder of this event. But at the same time, a win's a win, and she, did what she needed to do to get back the belt, and I'm proud of her and finally putting together a game plan that's not wild. It's not opening you up to back attacks and getting choked out, and she did that well. She implemented the game plan great. Can't be mad at it, but I understand it's frustrating because Grasso also didn't look like her normal self.
Yeah, I don't. It's weird, and it's funny you say implemented that game plan and wasn't wild because there was a time, there was a point where they were in like a transition, and Grasso was about to take her back. Looks like the other two fights, and then Shevchenko transitioned it beautifully. Immediately, like as soon as she felt it, she immediately exploded and got out of it. So I mean, there was the whole oh now she's there was that mistake. She didn't make it again. So and like we were talking about it again after the fight. I was like the point. I was texting Brevin. I said the point that you made about this is their third fight. There's no way Grasso wins. It's got to be Shevchenko. I mean, it just made so much sense. Obviously, hindsight 2020, but same rule with like football or any sports. Like it's so hard to beat somebody 3 times in a row. I mean, Alexa, hey, she's nasty off her back. Looks great off her back. But after a certain point, you've thrown up fucking 5 submissions on your back, haven't got any of them. Got to stay off the back now. We got to go first. Maybe be the one to initiate the takedown and be on top. Work from there. See if you can get more success. But yeah, sucked. Was what it was. Killed my parlays.
Yeah. Yeah, no, at that point I was feeling great going into the championship fight, but no bueno for the both of us. We were in the same boat. However, this was a positive. Oh, and we also didn't mention Sean was my freaking lock. So I'm
Yeah,
sorry guys. I
true.
took another L on the lock. I always back the locks pretty heavy, as you guys know. So lost a lot of money there. But it was what it was. You live and you learn. Maybe I should have went with old Chi Wee Wee's himself, but that's okay. Next next card will be back and better than ever. This moves us down into JP's lock, which did hit. This was another very exciting thing. The first leg of the lock hit. We always get excited about that. Diego Lopez versus Brian Ortega.
Yes, sir. Lopez is my new favorite fighter in the UFC. I say that and I mean every fucking word. Oh my god, I love Diego Lopez, dude. Comes out. And we were having a debate in my living room. Some people were high on Ortega, some people were high on Lopez. We're going, no, no, no. He's better. No, he's better. Boom. Come out of the fight. Mink, mink. Oh my god. Almost put him away early. Diego Lopez is disgusting. And then you want to see the ground game. Ortega's throwing up triangles and shit. Lopez is still there, okay? If Ortega was worlds above him, probably would put him out with one of those. I love Diego Lopez. I'm glad you switched onto that train now. He is the truth. What was Ortega? Number 3? I mean,
Yep.
who's he going to fight next? Volk? I'd love to see it. And I'm taking Lopez. I swear to God. Yeah, good win, man. Hit the lock. 10-1. 92 ain't that bad either, though.
Yeah, I had to switch picks here. Originally, you guys know I took T City. I thought he was going to come out and look good in their first fight. However, the weight cut problems threw me off a little bit, and then just his whole mentality. Like, I go watch the what is it? What's
Embedded?
the show called? Embedded, thank you. And listen to Ortega talk about the fight. I try to pick up on, just his overall his mentality. And it just seems like he's kind of checked out. And they're already talking about Ortega moving divisions. He's having problems cutting weight at this division. And whenever you get in that mindset, where's the drive? Diego Lopez, on the other hand, he's still working his way up to the top. He's now on the up and up, right? And I talked about that in the breakdown video. Ortega's on his way down, Lopez is on his way up. Often they'll just pass each other because it's not like Ortega has the same drive as a young determined fighter like Diego Lopez in this division, and Lopez looked good. Knew the grappling was there, the power's there in his hands. Yeah, he's going to be a problem in this division moving forward. So good for Diego Lopez.
Yes, sir. Me and Brevin have seen every bit of this guy's career since the first time he fought in the UFC and he lost. We watched that fight. I love Diego Lopez, dude. I'm high on him. Um, moving down the card, fight of the night, I believe. Yeah, fight of the night between these two, Esteban Ribovic and Daniel Zellhuber.
Yeah, definitely had to be fight of the night. You guys saw the back and forth action. Um, it was great. I personally was on the Zellhuber side, not only with the picks, but after watching the fight. I thought he had won the first 2 rounds, and I don't think the last round was a 10-8, even though Ribovic won. Good for him. I mean, Zellhuber survived. Ribovic got dropped in that third round as well. So I definitely think it was close, and judges thought so as well. That's why it was a split decision. I just came out on the wrong side of it. I don't think many people would have argued if Zellhuber came out the victor either. Both of them very high on the two of them. I like Zellhuber's ability to find his range and stick to that. It seems like he understands what he needs to do every time he fights. And then Ribovic, he just has insane power. And he throws hard, and it looks like he's able to kind of find his way into the pocket pretty easily, even against a taller fighter. And honestly, Zellhuber is one of the tallest fighters that you'll find in this division. And Ribovic is no small guy himself at 155, standing at 5'10. So he's also going to be a problem moving forward. I think both these guys are going to have really good careers. Maybe one of them, potentially Zellhuber, moves divisions, and they both could become very, very successful.
I'd be worried for Zellhuber if he went up. I feel like he'd get
Yeah,
slumped for sure.
Yeah, but he's also still 25 years old. He could
Yeah, that's
grow
a good
into
point.
that frame a little bit more, and he has great range. So I don't necessarily think it would be if he did it right now, I agree. But by the time he's 28, 29,
Yeah,
30,
in the middle of his
there's a
prime.
potential that he bulks up a little bit more. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I like both of them. It was a very entertaining fight. I mean, Zellhuber landed a gorgeous elbow, dropped him, couldn't put him away, and then I think to the judges, I mean, you throw 50 unanswered strikes. Sure, he's trying to bob and weave with them, but he's eating over half of them. he was still there. I mean, these Mexican kids are, Jesus Christ. This card showed you anything. Mexicans are hard to put away, dude. Holy shit. Um, yeah, I don't know. Good fight. Sucked though. Sucked on the picks. Needed Zell humor on that one.
Yeah, we certainly did. But I mean, as fans of the sport, we can't complain when we get a fight like that. I'd rather get a prediction wrong and watch a fight like that than get one right. That's super boring.
one Hundred
So,
percent.
um, good on those two. Next fight, Ronaldo Rodriguez versus Ode Osborne. This one certainly had JP and I sweating. First fight of the main card, I wanted Ronaldo to win and needed him for my picks pretty badly. Luckily, he got it done.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how this dude was conscious, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think he was there for a second. Okay,
I don't think it was either.
he got dropped, flatlined on his ass by Ode, and then Ode jumps triangle, pulls a triangle. This shit's tight as fuck. Okay, granted he didn't. He could have pulled the arm to the side a little bit more and pulled on the leg a little bit more. He's pulling on the back of the head, but deep as shit for like what 20 seconds, 20, 25 seconds. And then Ronaldo,
No, that triangle was in for 2 minutes, bro. That thing
two
was locked up for two
minutes.
minutes. Yeah, yeah, and they addressed it at the end of the fight. He was in that triangle for 2 minutes.
Oh my Jesus Christ. And then to top it off, how he gets out of it is he stands up and is like straightening his legs to pick him up. Are you shitting me? How is this dude conscious? And then he slips out, but he doesn't go nowhere. And he just kind of falls over on him. Bro, he's out, dude. He fucking woke up on top. Said, "Oh, fight's still going. I'm on top." Rode out the rest of the round. Holy shit, man. He had the back for a while. Wow. Yeah, talk about sweating that one out. That was crazy.
I 100% agree with you. I think he was out when he initially started falling to the mat on that exchange. I believe he was looking up at the stars and seeing the stars of the sphere shining and shimmering down on him because I believe in the slow-mo, I actually saw his eyes roll back. I mean, this dude literally was unconscious. Woke up, and maybe when he hit the mat, he maybe woke up in the triangle. And you're right, when he finally pulled out of the triangle, he was still dazed. He literally could have gone right back into a triangle if Ode would have shot it again because he
Yeah,
hadn't moved. He didn't improve his position at all. I think Ode's legs were just shot, to be honest with you,
100%.
for squeezing that long. And that's why he didn't go back to the triangle. Yeah, Ronaldo, oh, son of a gun. Another guy that's only 25 years old. So it'll be interesting to see how he develops and how he can establish a name for himself in this division. But certainly on a stage like that, with a fight like that, that's an impressive victory that's going to get him a long way in his career.
Yeah, it was. Holy shit, man. I was standing up for most of that one. I was like, Jesus Christ. Oh, all right, let's move down. Wow, can't wait to talk about this one. Irene Aldana Norma Dumont.
Yeah, I mean, guys, I'll just be flat out honest with you. Aldana looked bad. The striking volume was not there. She didn't look like the same fighter that she was against Carol Rosa. And Norma Dumont, she did enough to get a unanimous decision victory. She was on her back foot most of the fight. Aldana was putting the pressure on her, but every time they would exchange, Dumont would land more. She would land heavier. Aldana would throw one strike, maybe two if we got lucky, if it was our special day. It was JP's birthday, so she threw two strikes. Holy shit, JP texted me after the fight. Can this woman learn how to throw a combination? And I couldn't agree more. I mean, you got to string together something when you have a girl backing up the entire fight and you're down, 2-0 going into the third. One punch is not enough to get it done, especially in that women's division at 135. It's not like you guys carry a ton of power, so we got to land some combinations, string something together. Props to Dumont. I thought we'd see a little bit more of like a wrestling heavy approach, more pressure out of Dumont. That's not really Dumont's style, fighting off the back foot, backing up, circling out of there. Aldana just didn't do a good enough job, and it seemed like Aldana didn't prepare for that type of fight either. It was an interesting outcome, and kudos to Dumont. Definitely didn't see it coming.
I'm so over it. This fight pissed me off so bad, dude. I mean, yeah, good for Norma. I had a baby dump truck. Do your thing. You know what I'm saying? But holy shit. You ever play somebody who's never played UFC and they just keep spamming the button and they just keep hooking? Throw something else. Oh my fucking god. Hey, maybe let's not chase her around like a Teletubby and let's just step right and cut her off. Nope, I'm just gonna keep chasing. Mm, mm. Oh my god. You threw 30 check hooks and landed one. Oh my god. And not even to mention the fucking cut from the head clash. Holy cow. That thing was massive. She's got the Grand Canyon on her forehead. It's all right. She was stupid before, couldn't throw a combination, so probably didn't do much. Oh my god, dude.
I don't think it I don't think it altered the fight at all, but it definitely made it seem like the fight was a lot more entertaining than it was, just because the massive amounts of blood from that cut.
Like with the high level that Aldana's supposed to be as a boxer, blows my mind. How we're chasing Dumont around the cage and we're not cutting her off, angling off. Nope, she just kept following her. Just step to the right, angle off. Stop throwing just a check hook. Stop letting her go first, and then when she exit, left hook. Oh, you're hitting there again. I mean, somebody pull a pinata up here because she can't hit. She couldn't hit water if she fell out of a boat. I, oh my god, drove me crazy. Right then, I knew. I was like, nope, this card's cursed now. Swear to God, I'm so mad. I said I'm over it. Clearly, I'm not. I'm so pissed.
It's not over it. He needs help. That's all right. Let's get him off of this one and on to the next one, which he's still not
Oh,
going to be too happy
Jesus
about.
Christ.
Ignacio Bahamundes versus Manuel Torres.
We talked about the Sean fight and said, just throw something, explode, do something. Okay. That's when you've been getting out grappled for 4 rounds and you're about to end the 5th round and you hurt the guy. Okay. I'll give props to Bahamundes. Looked phenomenal. Got great range. Long guy. Apparently helped Bilal prepare for Leon. I got a lot more respect for Bahamundes after this fear card. I have a lot less respect for Torres. My guy's an idiot. I didn't know Torres was going to be like this. Okay. Sprint at somebody, just swinging wild, like you're Francis Ngannou or something. Bink gets clipped, sat down, survives somehow. Okay, tough guy. Stands back up on the feet. All right, hey, let's settle down. Be a little. Nope, there he goes again. Bink, sat down with the same exact strike. Okay, good fight, buddy. Holy shit, mind blowing. No regard for your safety
No
whatsoever.
regard for his own safety. Yeah, and that's right. I had Bajo Mundes in this one. I even picked him by KO as far as my bets went. I didn't give you that call in the prediction video, I don't believe, but he's now my new favorite UFC sniper. This dude, he's very long for this division as well, being 6'3", and he is quick, man. He's quick. The way he was able to slip that strike and just land right on the jaw. Mm-mm-mm. Beautiful.
Sweet apple pie.
Sweet apple pie. Give me that pecan pie. Hey, this
Oh.
fight will get JP in a better mood, though. We've got Ketlin Souza buns versus Yasmin Yirigwe. I don't know how to pronounce her last name, man. Someone called that out. Yeah, we suck at pronouncing names, but either way, she didn't deserve for me to pronounce it correctly. So
um. Yeah, I don't know why everybody's talking about Hadage or Hadagi, whatever. Let's move on. I don't know why we're talking about her being more technical. What are we saying? No, and it just showed you. Also, I told y'all same thing as Molly McCann fight. Plus 400 underdog. Cash that shit. Okay, that bet, and then a hedge with Marab by decision. Only bets we hit. Okay, huge dog call. I tell you guys this every time. Line was too wide, way too wide. Sure, when both women are, in my opinion, closer levels of striking than everybody else thinks, that's great value on the dog. Might call it dog chasing. Guess what? Caught the dog. Hold that. Plus 400, baby. Good win. Crazy. At least we got a finish. That was nuts. Sub, too.
Yeah, she looked a lot better in this fight than she did against Marnik Man. That's for damn sure. She should have got Marnik Man out of there. And if she did get Marnik Man out of there, I would have believed JP a little bit more. But because she couldn't, I just couldn't rock with her. But hey, good win. That's definitely gonna be a good boost to her career.
Yeah. Huge dog call. It's two of them, baby. Moving down. Joshua Van versus Edgar Chairez. What'd you think?
My. JP almost fell out that van and got run over like I predicted. First round, it was going exactly how I thought it would go. Chairez staying at range. Van couldn't get inside. Leg kicking, taking the calf out. And he looked really good at doing so. Second round. All of a sudden, we forgot how to use our leg kicks. We forgot how to keep our range. And I'm pretty sure Joshua Van hit him with a shot to the body that honestly, Chairez was unable to recover from. He kept folding over. His strikes would come from just awkward angles. He wouldn't be moving out of the pocket. He just stood there. And that's kind of when I knew, yeah, Van's going to catch him. Um, Surprisingly, Van didn't knock him out because I really thought that body shot was just going to sit him down and he was going to get caught to the dome. He got very lucky with the spinning back fist that almost then knocked Joshua Van back out. It was just kind of a crazy exchange after crazy exchange scenario. I do think Chira's handily won round one. After that, it was Van's show. Good for Joshua Van, man. But where do you go from here? You had another scare against Edgar Chairez. Come on, man.
Where does he go? I'm not sure. I got off. All right. Hey, I went one stop over. Nice van. Cool. I mean, maybe get some LED lights up in here. I don't know. A little bit of music. Hey, just some suggestions. But yeah, I got out. Okay. Beat his leg up in the first round. He was struggling with that early. And then I'd say like around the last minute ish, I think Joshua started to find his timing. And then that big body shot clearly hurt him. Kept throwing. I mean, I like Joshua Van's combinations, for one. For two, he's also 22 years old. So if he can continue to improve, maybe not get clipped as much. His combinations are beautiful, but we get hit a little bit too much. That spinning back fist, hey. I mean, Chairez might as well take the octagon on a date. He was holding that shit so goddamn hard, okay? That boy grabbed that cage, about ripped it off, and then threw it. I was like, okay, Herb, we're blind now all of a sudden. Whatever. All good.
Yeah, but does that matter when the fighter's not on him? Like he was over there standing by himself, grabbing the fence.
Hey,
It didn't change the position at all.
boy wants to get handsy. That's fine. A little weird. Yeah. But Joshua Van, yeah, be cautious betting him again because he is there to be hit. Great
Well,
combo
that's
though.
the other thing. I like Joshua Van against fighters that are of similar stature. I don't like him against fighters that have an 8-inch reach advantage.
Yeah, that
We
is
saw
tough.
that.
That's tough to deal with. Yeah,
These taller fighters are giving Joshua Van problems. If he's matched up against guys his size, he does throw well. He throws great combinations. He will land. So we need to be very particular with who he's matched up against and understand. I do believe we have a great read on Joshua Van at this point, though. So when he fights in the future, I expect we get it right either way.
100%, 100%.
All right, that takes us to the first fight of the night, which was interesting. Everyone knows Raul Rosas by now. I don't know why he's always on the early prelims. I mean, let's at least get him up there a little bit against better competition than this guy that he went up against. I'm not gonna try the name again, guys. You go watch the first video.
Oh
He
man.
looked he looked dominant. I mean, he should have got his opponent out of there. within the distance. Not impressive, but at the same time, he was never in danger. He was never in trouble. It was just like, hey, Raul, when are you gonna stop throwing wild strikes with this guy and just take him down?
Mm-hmm.
Like that was what I thought the whole time. Like, why are we even trying to stand? And he predicted, he's like, I'm gonna knock this guy out. Yeah, because you need to show people that you have striking, because right now you don't. And you still don't, and you still didn't show anyone that. You tried. Good for you, I guess. But go out there, take him down, man, and get a sub. I had him by sub. Yeah, I'm biased. Either way. Good job, Raul.
Yeah, I think falls right in line with what you're saying. I think it was kind of like a, I don't want to say an ego thing, but like he's at the Sphere. It's a Mexican card. He's opening it up. I feel like he was searching for the knockout, and I felt like he felt safe enough that this dude's not good enough. Even though, yeah, we got to work on the striking because it's I do not like it one bit. But yeah, I needed him by sub is what it is. Still got the win. I mean, minus what was it, 1050 minus 1050 at closing or something like that. So yeah, Richie Lang, he's ass. Brevin, how do we go on the
Yeah.
picks?
JP and I both went 5-5, guys. Pretty terrible. It's tough whenever there's only 10 fights. Okay, maybe if there's 13, we hit, whatever, 8-5, and then things look a little bit better. But 10 fights, we went 5-5. Not great. However, we got a week off, okay? Historically, similar to Andy Reid in the bye, JP and I coming off a week off are pretty freaking dialed in, okay? I will tell you that much. Coming off a week off, we're dialed in. And we got some good fights coming up here in these next few months. We got some big names. We got another Alex Pereira fight. We got John Jones, Stipe rescheduled for November. That's going to be exciting.
Hey, Oliveira, Chandler too, baby. That
Oliveira,
same
Chandler,
card as
Max Holloway,
Jones and
Ilya.
Stipe.
Yep.
That's huge.
Yep. So we got some great stuff down the pipe. We're gonna continue to bring you guys this great content. We want to shout out real quick our giveaway winner, MMA Toad. Congratulations, you were chosen. Uh, Not congratulations, your picks didn't hit. So unfortunately, you didn't have a big payout. But
Yeah.
it was fun doing a giveaway. It was fun doing a giveaway, and we'll continue doing that for you guys. On these big cards, we'll look for new creative ideas. If you have ideas of your own, feel free to leave them in the comments. We'd love to hear. We're always open to feedback and trying to appease you guys as the viewers of Locked Door MMA. We do appreciate you guys as always.
Yes, sir. Got to 81 subs. So thank you guys. Round of applause. Okay. Uh Spear was cool though. I like the show. Okay,
It
the
was neat.
16 mil worth. Thoughts, Brevin?
Yeah, I think it got talked about in the media a lot. I think this was great marketing for the UFC. It was cool because I think there was some talk on are they going to show the fights on the outside of the sphere? And for the prelims, they actually did,
The whole
which was
prelims?
neat. I don't know if it was the whole prelims, but they kept cutting to shots where they were showing the fighters being interviewed on the outside of the sphere. And I don't know
Yeah.
if it was during the fight or not. I'd have to get that confirmed. But it was pretty cool that you could see the action going inside the sphere from the outside. I think it was a great marketing technique. Like I said, got a lot of national media coverage. $16 million, yeah, it's probably worth it for the UFC. They'll get that return on that capital for sure.
Yeah, man. Um Maybe sometime in the future. I think we should go back because I think it's the vibe. It's pretty lit. So
I think they will. I honestly think they will. I think a lot of the problems and the stuff up front was just like the logistics of it. How is it all going to work?
100%.
Well, now you've already done one. Now you know how it could work, right? Do we have the money to spend on this now? Of course they will. Of course they will. It's Dana White in the UFC. I mean, just go play a few hands of blackjack, Dana, and you'll have enough to get back in the sphere. I hear you win like 1 million a freaking night, buddy. All right. So yeah, let's get back in the sphere at some point with some better fighters in the championship fights.
Absolutely. Yeah, what a show, man. Picks, like Brevin said, 5-5, but hey, lock hit plus 400 dog hit. Come on now, baby. Um ladies and gentlemen,
JP's lock hit.
my
JP's
lock hit. Hey, 10-1, 92. Not that bad, you ask me. Okay, pretty damn good. Yeah, we got a week off. It's okay. We got football to hold us over. Okay, go be degenerates. Any Raven fans in the comments? Hold that. That's all I wanted to say. Thanks for letting me get that in there. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Bingo, bango, baby. Peace.